So here again we are solving one more example on formulation of LPP. One more example on formulation of LPP. So I have put this problem in a presentation mode. So let us understand what the problem is. Fine. So first of all, an electric appliance company means the home appliances company produces two products. One is refrigerator, another one is fan. And they produce refrigerators and fans. So production takes place in two departments, that is department 1 and department 2. So refrigerators are produced in department 1 and fans are produced in department 2. Fine. So the company produces, or the company products are sold on a weekly basis. Means weekly they are going to sell their products like refrigerator and fans. And the weekly production cannot exceed 25 refrigerators. Fine. So within week they are not supposed to produce more than 25 refrigerators and 35 fans. So once again I will repeat, refrigerators are produced in department 1 and fans are in department 2. Fine. The company regularly employs a total of 60 workers in two departments. A total of 60 workers in two departments. Comes next, the refrigerator requires 2 man weeks for a labor. Fine. To produce a refrigerator, to manufacture a complete refrigerator, it requires 2 man weeks. Fine. Of a labor, while fan takes 1 man weeks of a labor. Fine. Then next, a refrigerator contributes a profit of 60 rupees. And if they sell a refrigerator, for one refrigerator they will get 60 rupees, and for fan they will get 40 rupees. Fine. So how many units of refrigerators and fans should be company produce, or company should produce to realize the maximum profit? So formulate the LPP. So these are the problems, these are the allocations, these are the restrictions, these are the profit and rates. So how to we need to formulate the LPP such that the company should get maximum profit. So how many refrigerators are to be produced weekly, and how many fans are supposed to produced weekly, so that to get maximum profit. If you say that it is only 60 rupees, let us produce only refrigerators, then means what? Only 25 refrigerators are supposed to manufacture per month. If we say okay, it is 40 rupees profit, let us only produce 35 fans to get maximum profit. Only 35 fans can be produced on a weekly basis. So how many of refrigerators and fans should be produced to get maximum profit in the market on the weekly basis? This is how we are supposed to formulate the LPP. Fine. So solution. Let x1 and x2 be the number of units of refrigerators and fans to be produced. This is called initialization. We are initializing and taking it as x1 and x2 be the number of fans and number of refrigerators and fans to be produced. Fine. So each refrigerator and range contribution profit range contribution, a profit of how much profit? Profit of rupees 60. How much refrigerator will give profit? And for fan, how much it is? Rupees 40. So what is the profit here? 60 rupees for refrigerator and 40 rupees for the plant. Therefore, when I say it is an objective, when it is a profit, then it becomes a objective function. And for the profit, always profit is to be maximized. So there is no company who wants to minimize its profit, right? People will do business to get profit. The main purpose of business is to get profit. So when it is the profit, then it is what? Maximization. Maximum, max z is equal to 60x1 plus 40x2 becomes the what? Objective function. It's called as what? Objective function. Fine. There are two constraints. There are how many constraints? Two constraints. So I will tell you what do you mean by constraint. Constraints are the conditions. There are two conditions. Fine. Which is imposed on weekly production. So what is the weekly production constraints here? Fine. Refrigerators should not exceed how much? How much here? 25. How much? That is 25. Whereas fans should not exceed how much? How much? 35. So means what? This is what? x1 and this is x2. Therefore, so x1 should not exceed less than or equal to how much? 25, and x2, that is fans, should not exceed less than 35. Fine. So a refrigerator require 2 man hours, 2 man weeks, and fan requires how much? 1 man week. So it is nothing but 2x1 plus x2. 2x1 plus x2 should be less than or equal to 60. Is what? 60 is what? Objective function, that is regarding refrigerators. Profit. Fine. Profit gained by selling the refrigerator. Fine. Profit gained by selling the refrigerator. So, and what is this 60? This 60 is total. How many laborers are there? So the company regularly employs a total of 60 workers in 2 departments. So total there are 60 workers in both departments, that is department 1 and department 2, total 60 workers. So the man weeks, it requires 2 man weeks for a refrigerator, 1 man week for a fan. So it becomes 2x1 plus x2 should less than or equal to 60 because we cannot employ more than 60. So continuation, let me rub this one. Let me rub this one. Rub this one. Since refrigerators and fans produce cannot be negative, so x1 is greater than or equal to 0 and x2 is greater than or equal to 0. That is non-negative restrictions. So when we are dealing with any production problem, so the values x1, x2, x3 or xn never be negative because production cannot be done in negative. That's why I mean to say the x1, x2 values are non-negative. That means non-negative restrictions. Hence, what happened here? Hence, the production of refrigerator and fans can finally written into fine max z is equal to objective function 60x1 plus profit 40x2. Fine. This is what the profit. Where is the profit? This is profit. Fine. 1 minute. Fine. Sorry for the interruption here. So it is what? Profit 60 and 40 for refrigerator and fan. So subjected to what? Subjected to the conditions. I mean to say constraints. So what are the constraints? Subjected to x1 is less than or equal to 25, x1 is less than or equal to 25 and x2 is less than or equal to 35. Then 2x1 plus x2 is less than or equal to 60 and non-negative restrictions x1, x2 are greater than or equal to 0. This is what the objective function. And if we solve it, we can get from how we can have the maximum profit. This is the formulation of Lpp. Again, I will repeat. An electrical appliance company produces two types of home appliances. One is fan, another one is refrigerator. So these fan and refrigerators are manufactured in two different departments. That is Department 1 and Department 2. So the company produces and sold them the refrigerators and fans on a weekly basis. So if the condition is that they cannot produce more than 25 refrigerators and not more than 35 fans. And and the company has 60 employees in both the departments. Means for refrigerator and fan manufacturing they have 60 employees. refrigerator requires 2 man weeks per week of a labor, whereas fan requires 1 week of labor, right? Man labor. Then refrigerator, if you sell one refrigerator, you will get 60 rupees profit, whereas for fan it is 40 rupees profit on a weekly basis, right? So how many of the refrigerators and fans can be produced to get maximum profit, right? So as this is a profit 60 and 40, it becomes an objective function, whereas the restrictions on X1, that is refrigerator, is that it cannot be produced more than 25, whereas for a fan it is there is X2, which is restriction is that it cannot be produced more than 35. Then 2x1 plus x2 is what? The labors required. So 2 man weeks and 1 man weeks for fan, for refrigerator and fan should not exceed more than 60 employees. Then non-negativity restrictions. Right? Thank you very much.